So here we go at the beginning of our course, in the first part where I'm going to show you how to remove the background, how to remove the sky from this image. As you can see, the sky isn't really good, and I can even say this picture isn't really good. In the most of manipulations, the best way is to use high quality pictures, and in this case I have to say it's not even medium quality picture. But the good thing is, as many of us doing pictures by our phones, our cameras, and quite often these images are not really great. The contrast sometimes are not perfect. The resolution looks so, as well as sometimes some parts of the pictures are really blurry. So in this course at the end you can see how we can really transform medium, to not say bad quality picture, into really high quality, high resolution picture. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from removing our sky from this image. At first I have to duplicate this background layer. So click right, duplicate layer. I'm just going to call this removing sky. There you go. It's not really complicated. It looks not really complicated, but as you see, it's not such a easy job to do this, and I'm going to show you why. As you can see, the wind touch her hair a little bit, which makes our work difficult. If we just use pen tool on whole image or quick selection tool, we're going to destroy this image and it won't look really great. And as you can see, we have to remove the background from these kind of areas as well. So at first I'm going to use pen tool, but later on I'm going to do simple trick which is going to show you how to remove our backgrounds in the best possible way. So there you go. At first I'm going to click pen tool. I cannot really recommend you quick selection tool. I know many people is doing this, but it's never been my favorite tool to do selections, to remove the background, as it won't give you the kind of control that pen tool gives you. So that's why I'm going to use pen tool. And I want to remove the background with the line of this field. So I want to do this really good. I'm going to zoom it a little bit. To zoom it, we can simply click Control or Command and plus on our keyboard. So click here according to the line of our field. So click here according to the line of our field. Have to be really careful with pen tool. Of course, if we do any mistakes, it's always easy to fix this a bit later, but it's easy, so I hope I won't do any serious, any big mistakes. There you go. Of course, we have to be really careful on the book area. Do selections really nice on the edges. I'm going to zoom it a little bit more. It's going to take a while, not so long as in other kind of manipulations when it used to be much more complicated, which selections used to be much more complicated. But seriously, there's no rush if we're doing this kind of things. It's better to do everything slowly, but good. There you go. And now we can do selections the same as you do in selections. If you have the same kind of pictures, the same kind of pictures, I'm saying, like the same kind of model where her hair are touched by wind a little bit. So I'm going to select this just around her head. And in the couple of next minutes, you're going to know why I'm doing this kind of thing and why I'm not doing selections according to the line of her head. Now we can zoom it once again. And now we have to be careful with the line to not do any mistake once again, but it's really easy now. I want to remove this trees from the background or whatever it is. Anyway, it's not really good. Here, according to the field area. And now just simply select this above the image, just like me. And okay, it looks like we made a selection. So now, actually not yet, but click right, then make selection, and as you can see, you have option called feather radius, and we cannot put 0 pixels, because if we will do this, our edges will be too strong, too strict, and basically too visible in our final result. So we have to do really soft edges. I think not the feather radius at 3 pixels is quite universal. So for this size of the image, 3 pixels is really good. Okay, now click any selection tool, click right, and then layer via cut. Take a look. You can make your background layer invisible, and as you can see, it looks like we did really good job with the background, but of course we have the sky around the head area. So how to remove this to not cut out our hairs? So basically click on the layer called removing sky, and the rest of the job we're going to do this in channels. Click channels, and we have to find the channel. We have to pick the channel from blue, green or red, which one makes our hair the darkest. Check the red channel. Oh, it's really bright, as you can see. So I guess it's not this one. Green one, it's really good, but as you see, it makes the scarf the darkest, the book, so it's not the thing we are looking for. So I guess the blue channel will be the best. As you can see, the blue channel makes the hair really the darkest. The same about the grass. So the thing we have to do, we have to duplicate channel blue. To do this, here you have option to create new channel. Click and press blue channel, drag it down to create new channel, and there you go, we made blue channel copy. So rest of the job we have to do in levels, but staying in channels mode. Press Ctrl or Command and L on your keyboard. That's a shortcut. And we have to manipulate by our levels mode to make this area around her head invisible. Click the first stop cursor on the left and drag it right. As you can see, it makes this picture really dark. So to make this area brighten, to brighten this image, to make biggest contrast, click this cursor on the right and drag it to the left side as much as you can to make this area invisible. As you see, we have to be really careful. We cannot drag this too much because it's going to ruin our image, so we have to be really careful. We have to find the balance to make this area around the head invisible, but not too much to not destroy our image and not to lose too many details from the head. Okay, I think it's like optimal settings. So click OK, and now we have to do selection and copy this layer to our layers mode. Press Ctrl or Command if you're working on Mac. Click on our blue copy and then come back to layers. Then just add layer mask into our removing sky layer, and as you can see, it looks really horrible. So the things we have to do, but it looks horrible, but the fact is we copied our channel to our removing sky layer, so everything is fine. It just looks horrible at the moment. Have to invert this layer at first, and it looks a little bit better, but as you can see, we lost everything from the white areas. We lost that area around her head, as well as we lost pages from our book, as we lost her chest, her arm. So we have to fix this. It's not really difficult. Luckily, it's not really difficult. Take a look which areas we have to fix. Obviously, it's her face. Here everything looks fine. We just have to a little bit here, a little bit here. It won't be difficult, as I said, but it looks like our hair are cut out quite well. So there you go. There you go. Now press Alt and click on this layer mask, and as you can see, it looks really weird. So the thing we have to do, as you can see, all the invisible areas, all the areas without anything, have black color. So the thing we have to do, we have to paint them with color white to fix them all, and then everything will be fine. Choose color white. Select brush, and around her face area we have to be really careful. Paint on your layer mask, don't forget about this. I'm not using soft round, just regular one, because it's much easier. Just paint over here a little bit. Of course, paint all her face, cover all the black areas. Sorry if my laptop is quite loud. I find this difficult as well, but I put my microphone a little bit away, so I hope it's not really bad. Of course, we have to paint the book area over here to bring the pages back to our image. Be really careful. Okay. And now. Okay. Of course, her arm. Okay. Of course, we're going to skip these areas as it's our background, the part I wanted to remove. Now, as you see, the little thing that happened, our grass, some part of our grass become invisible as well, so we have to paint this as well. I'm going to use bigger brush. There you go. Now everything looks fine, I guess. So once again, press Alt, click on our layer mask, and there you go. Our pictures looks really great. As you can see, we removed the sky and didn't lose too many details from the image, and as I said, I think it's the best way. Some people might find this difficult, but it's the only way to do really good removing, to do really good cut out. So it takes a while, but it's really worth of it, because as you can see, it looks really good. Of course, there's some areas which we have to fix a little bit. As you can see, this area here isn't really so great, but I think it would be fault of our the reason would be different. It would be fault of the pen tool which I used. So I make this too soft, but of course later on you won't notice this area. So I think it's really good. We have to check her. As you can see, edges might be sometimes not really perfect, so we have to clean this a little bit. And for this, probably the best way is to click layer mask, then select brush, black color, yes, and try to fix this area a little bit. Actually, in this case, it's not really necessary, as the background will be really bluish, so I don't have much to do. And sometimes it might destroy your image, so only the most important areas. I think it looks really not bad. So there you go, we finished with our first part, and next part will be about building our background.